My name is Larry Acaya, and I'm here today to do this interview with my good friend and my instructor, Maestro Mike Cardenas, whom I am co-partnered with at the VEA Martial Arts Academy. I also am an instructor at the Cortez Martial Arts in Lathrop, California. Well, what I can recall is that I believe in 1965, along with a friend of mine, whose name is Danilo Soralde, he and I found out about a Taekwondo school in Salinas, and when we joined up. And so I started with the Salinas Taekwondo studio, the instructor was Moises Arizmendi at the time, and I believe his son is carrying on that legacy. So that was my first stint in the martial arts, and I didn't stay with it very long. In 1975, when I moved out of Salinas, I ran into a gentleman by the name of Pete Morales, who later became my Sifu. And I trained with him for approximately 4 years. And then I stopped training altogether due to some personal issues that happened in my life. And I did not get back to the martial arts for 21 years, I believe, until about 2003. I found a school in Manteca, which is under Jason Cortez, with Cortez Martial Arts, and it was a Kenpo school, and under the Mitose system. So I started there, and by 2008 I earned my first degree in Kosho Ryu Kenpo. And so from that point on, I started my teaching journey, and so suffice it to say, that's where I'm at this time. Okay, that's a good question. Okay, and this is kind of has a little twist to it, and I kind of chuckle a little bit because it kind of like maybe it was meant to be. It was karma. Okay, so I'm teaching at the Cortez Dojo, and in comes a student, and again, a beginner student. I don't know. I don't question. So he's in the class, and we're working, and we're training. And the thing I noticed about the student is that he wasn't your everyday student. He had a little bit more movement, fluidity, and I could pick up that he had some sort of skills. Well, I didn't get into his personal business at the time, but after class we sat down. After one of our classes we sat down, and we were sitting there talking, and I asked him that question. I said, have you had any previous martial arts experience? And that's when he told me, yes, I am. I believe at the time he was a second degree in Filipino martial arts, de cuerdas. And I said, whoa. And so right away I said, holy smokes, I'm teaching someone that's ranked higher than me, and it just humbled me, that someone would come in and start at a beginner's stage and learn a different art, which makes a lot of sense. So we talked about, I asked him where he trained. He said, yeah, we trained in my driveway or in my garage, and when it rains we have to move furniture out, and we gotta. And so at the time, my daughter had already had her cheerleading gym and a lot of room. And so she had asked me before that if I was willing to teach there, because there were siblings of cheerleaders that did not want to go into cheer. Obviously they wanted to do something else, so we offered a martial arts class, and so I began teaching. And so I mentioned that to Maestro Mike, that yeah, my daughter has a gym, and I could talk to her and ask her if there's enough room for his group to come in. And I gave Maestro Mike her number, and I think he contacted her, and I asked her also, and she gave the green light. She said, yeah, we have plenty of room. So whatever was in their conversation, boom, that's where VEA began. Okay, VEA, that moniker comes from 3 ladies that started the cheerleading club. 2 of them were my daughters, and one of them was one of the coaches that they coached with at the Pop Warner football. So the lady's name was Vicky, my daughter Erica, and my daughter Amy. So from those 3 ladies, it was VEA. So Victorious, what they did was they made it Victorious Elite All-Stars, and that's how VEA came about. And every year they've gotten bigger and better, so they're ranked up there as far as a competitive team. So we're under that umbrella. My answer to that, the positiveness that I've gotten from it myself, I believe the discipline of, of learning the art. You have to have discipline in order to focus, to do the intricate movements. You must have focus, and that in turn, when you develop the discipline in the arts, you also use the discipline in other parts of your life, such as your school education, your job, whatever you do. Discipline is very important. And the other aspect is confidence. You develop a certain amount of confidence as you progress in your art. Not to say that you're going to go out and brag about what you can do or boast about, how strong and how fast you are. That's not the confidence that I'm talking to. The other part is the positive attitude that you'll get from training, and you surround yourself with people that are positive. That's what you strive to do. With, be positive, have that air of confidence, and the discipline that you will receive from training. And those are the things I believe. For me, anyways, that's what I gotten from it. I think the most important thing is to make a commitment to your art, or to whatever it is that you're going to do. Is to make a commitment. Try to stay in it for a longer period of time than just give up and say, well, this is too hard. It's too easy to say that, oh no, I can't learn these things. It's too hard for me, or it's too much work. I mean, it's a life lesson. If you develop the attitude, then you'll be able to use that at anything that you do in life. Develop a passion for it. If you have a passion for something, you're more likely to stay with it because your interest is going to be there. It challenges you, and you want to accept that challenge. Practice. Practice what it is that you do. You can't practice enough. Stick to your plan. If you have a plan of where you want to be, you know, stick to that. Attain your goal. If it's a black belt that you want to get, or whatever rank it is that you want to get, then stick to it. Make a commitment to it. I think those are important aspects of what you want to try to do as a beginner. Is just to have that stick-to-itiveness to want to, you know, finish what you start. Well, my closing comment is, I'm going to tell you from my heart, I am truly grateful for having the opportunity to be involved with VEA. It's brought, I want to say, it's brought a great deal of happiness in my life. Through the people I've met, the people that I've made relationships with, and those that are continue to come in, and the blessings I've received from meeting all of these great people that have come through our you know, our gym, our school. And so Maestro Mike and I believe, and we're on the same page, that we use the VEA as a platform to reach out to other schools, to other martial artists, and we leave it open so that, you know, when we hold a seminar, we open it to everyone, and they're you know, they can come in and learn the different styles and the different arts there. And then also we offer our gym to other schools that want to use it as a venue for whatever their seminars. And so it's opening up the doors, pretty much opening up our hearts to all martial artists and people that want to just come in, and maybe they're not martial artists, maybe they just want to come in and watch and see what martial arts is all about, you know, the different types of arts. And it's amazing to find out the type of people that come in, and you would never guess that they have had some kind of training, or they've been training for 40, 50 years, and you would never know that, you know, until you find out and you go, holy smokes, you know, it's somebody that's that humble to come in and find out that they have a history and a background in the martial arts. So we've been seeing a lot of that, and it just never surprises me, and I myself are just humbled when these people come in and I get to find out who they are, and I just like, wow, I'm almost like, you know, like, can't believe it, you know, that I'm with these people, that I'm associated with them, rubbed elbows with them. So to me, that's the blessing that I get from being involved in VEA. That's my closing thoughts.